How you doing, everybody? Let's talk sports. 6 days into fall camp for the UH Warrior football team, Hawaii hit the practice field twice for their first of 4 two-a-day workout sessions. Hawaii went at it for over 2 hours this morning on the grass of Cook Field, then jumped back onto the turf of the Clarence T.C. Ching Complex this afternoon. Hard on the body, certainly, but with 24 days remaining until the season opener against Colorado, the players say it's a challenge that has to be met.
Well, the goal is to take advantage of every rep. So in the morning, you can't save it for later. You just got to take advantage of every rep. So I try to do that in the morning, afternoon, as much as possible.
Hard work. I know a quote that it's over by our room. It says by Muhammad Ali. He says, "Suffer now and live a champ." He hated every minute of suffering, but he told himself, "Suffer now and forever live a champion." But it is intense. It's a hard workout. It's just part of football. Getting through that, and it's just a step that you have to take.
As if two-a-days weren't taxing enough, how about Haku Correa's morning? He was up all night as he awaited the birth of his daughter. She came early this morning, little Zeta. Not so little, actually, 9 pounds, 14 ounces, and Haku still made it to both practices.
It feels awesome. Just when I first seen her coming out of my baby mama's tummy, was thrilled, happy, and never could be better. 1 hour sleep past 24 hours. So it was hard for me to come out the first practice, but I just thought of my daughter, and I know I'm playing for her, so I pushed myself to come to the first practice. Right after the first practice, I went to go see her again. I just came back just now, so I'm here to push myself even more because of her, so I'm happy I got her.
Warriors have 3 more two-a-day sessions planned over the next 8 days. The season opener is September 3rd. At Marinals.
Former Warriors record-setting quarterback Colt Brennan. His pro football future is up in the air again. Hartford Coloniels of the UFL, team Brennan signed with, suspended operations today, so Colt's out. So is head coach Jerry Glanville, former defensive coordinator at UH. League's moving forward with just 4 teams playing a 6-game schedule starting September 15th. UFL's lost over $100 million the past 2 seasons, and due to financial issues, training camp was pushed back 30 days. Brennan was a 6th-round draft pick of the Redskins back in 2008, went to camp with the Raiders last season, but has never taken a snap in a regular season game. Just 8 months removed from a brutal car crash on the Big Island. Traded text messages with Colt today about his future. Says he got a while to wait and see how this all plays out. Brennan also added, in moments like this in my past, I've been able to rise up. We'll keep you posted. I hope you're all having a pleasant evening. This season's Warriors, today was day 6 of fall camp. For them, their first go-around with 2-a-days, 8:30 to 10:30 this morning, 3:30 to 5 o'clock this afternoon. Team's early practice and their first without any of their projected starters at receiver. Royce Pollard had an exam to finish up summer school. Billy Ray Stutzman, Maya Ostrowski, and Darius Bright all still nursing injuries. Positive, more reps for some of the newbies in camp. Defense, meantime, still a bit ahead overall. As a unit, their mantra is higher expectations.
We have to be better. Our best players have to get better. Our incoming guys have to be held to a standard higher than it was last year.
Just got to finish games. Last year we never finished the games how we wanted to, and I think that would help us more win the games and shut out the teams that we want to.
Warriors back at it tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Well, fall practice has begun, but summer classes coming to a close for some Warrior football players. Receiver Royce Pollard excused from practice today to finish a final, leaving 0 number 1 receivers on the field. Cause for concern? Well, Mike Cherry has more.
Day 6 of the Warriors fall camp is in the books, and Hawaii's offense has yet to field its entire committee of starting receivers. Wednesday, Darius Bright, Maya Ostrowski, and Billy Ray Stutzman were doing reps in rehab and not with the first team. That left Moniz with a makeshift crew who have no starts on the Division I level.
Does it concern you at all that you guys haven't had a real chance to gel?
I don't think it concerns me that much just yet. I have a lot of good chemistry with those guys, the first-string guys. And right now, we go over film together.
Being around each other for the last couple of years, we know each other real well, and that's what it's about. You know, you gotta know your teammates and you gotta be able to trust them and trust one another. So I think that we installed that already.
Offensive coordinator Nick Rolovich must also get acquainted with his new weapons. Greg Salas, Kealoha Pilares, and Rodney Bradley have moved on. But Rolo says it's not a bad thing.
They're going to be their own receiver. They're not going to do maybe everything that Salas did or everything Kealoha did, but they're going to do what they do best. And I think the variation in the receiver can be a positive for us.
Filling the shoes that Salas, Pilares, and Bradley left behind won't be an easy one. Last season, all three combined for 255 receptions, over 2,700 yards, and 30 touchdowns. It's that kind of production that has all three in NFL camps. For Hawaii News Now, I'm Mike Cherry.
Mike, thank you much. All right, here's a look at the statistical receiving leaders from last year who are back on this year's squad. Obviously, you can see not a lot there, plenty of talent on the field, but, well, the game action not really carrying over from last season. Hey, it looks like Colt Brennan's return to pro football will be put on hold again. His team, the Hartford Coloniels of the UFL, announcing they're suspending play for the 2011 season. Players on the roster will be available for an allocation draft on August 15th. Other former Warriors on the roster include Ryan Grice-Mullen, Jacob Patek, and Bryson Ginlack.
The field took at least 4 to 6 months to get in. And, you know, we're just happy. We're excited that the season's upon us and we're ready to go.
Aloha Stadium manager Scott Chan talking about the beautiful, entirely functional and sustainable upgrades to Aloha Stadium. Today, the field ready to go for the season opener on September 3rd against Colorado. Now, the field turf is new. Several areas of the stands have been upgraded, weatherproofed, and repainted. Even the superstructure itself has been reinforced. Great stuff all. The only thing missing, well, that's the team. They are still practicing at TC Ching Complex. And as much as it is about learning the X's and O's of the game as we get ready for the season, fall camp, as much about the intangibles necessary to lead as well.
You know, I kind of took the backseat role, but now as I learned the offense and I know the offense, I was able to learn from Ron Lee, Nick Rolovich, Coach Mouse. I got a good grasp of it, so I'm trying to share that knowledge to the rest of the guys.
All right, let's be honest. At times, fall camp can get a little laborious, so we plant a flag. 1 week into camp today, we are. The guys are going to be on the summer schedule until August 22nd, and that's when school starts. Now, in the meantime, Haku Correa, well, he's used to getting congratulated for sacking the quarterback. Now he's getting congratulated for being a proud new papa of a beautiful baby daughter. Mike Cherry asking the tough questions.
So when your baby girl wakes up at 4, 5 in the morning, who changes the diaper, you or mommy?
I will get up. Tell baby mama sit down and sleep.
Good man.
At UH this morning, the Warrior football team donned the full pads for the first time in this training camp. Hawaii now just 23 days away from its season opener against Colorado September 3rd. And taking in the visuals today, former Hawaii offensive tackle Kainoa LeCount. LeCount is now a member of the Sacramento Lions of the United Football League. How you doing, everybody? Let's talk sports. The UFL has suspended operations as it's been trying to secure its financial future, and one of the 5 franchises has since gone under. The Hartford Coloniels, yes, the team with whom former Warrior quarterback Colt Brennan was looking to make a comeback, folded yesterday. But the Hartford players, which also include Hawaii alums Jacob Patek, Ryan Grice-Mullins, and Bula Ginlack, will be made available to the remaining teams as the UFL gets set to, as a league, start back up in a couple of weeks. And that's something that makes LeCount very happy.
Oh, they actually just checked us in yesterday, said we can check in the training camp the week of the 22nd. So, you know, it's exciting right now, actually, getting ready. And so we have a season, so I'm ready. Working out every day, you know, come out to UH, watch all the practices. So I'm just ready to get started and hit somebody.
The UFL season will get underway with actual games in September. All right, NFL, his position as the primary punt returner for the Miami Dolphins. The role of the former Warrior, who's also one of the top slot backs in the league, was in question when the Dolphins recently acquired former Saints all-around threat Reggie Bush. But Finns coach Tony Sperano said this week that for the time being, Bush is not in the punt return plans. Bess averaged 11 yards per return last season.
This afternoon at Aloha Stadium, members of the media were treated to a first look at the new digs. Field was renamed Hawaiian Airlines Field after the airline donated $2.5 million for naming rights. Check out this time lapse from after the Pro Bowl to now. The new state-of-the-art surface is UBU Speed Series synthetic turf. It'll provide some serious upgrades, and stadium officials are happy with the finished product.
You're seeing the fruits of the labor here. You got to be satisfied with the finished product.
Oh, we're just pleased and ecstatic. We're just glad that it's over. We can't wait for the season to begin. I think it was done out of necessity and need. We wanted to address the health and safety issues. The facility is 36 years old, and we wanted to make sure that we can have this for more years to come.
Now, an event that'll be held there, the Warrior football team opens up their season on the new Hawaiian Airlines Field September 3rd against Colorado, featuring that new synthetic surf.